Hello, Brian here with Ivy Hill Systems, and we are going to be starting a new project. It's going to be mainly an emergency light install in a 2018 Ford Explorer Sport. We're going to have a little twist on it in that we're going to do a custom computer-controlled system using a Raspberry Pi as the brains. So we got the lights. These are inexpensive Amazon lights, which I'm going to modify, so I certainly wasn't going to get anything expensive. Then here we have the Raspberry Pi. It's a Model 3B, I believe. That's connected to a breakout board to make the wiring a little easier. And then we're going to go over to this Adafruit module. To control the lights, we're going to be using something called PWM, pulse width modulation, which is a standard output on a Raspberry Pi. It's a 3.3 voltage output that can be turned on and off really, really fast. So fast that the human eye can't distinguish. So if you turn it, say in a given amount of time, you have it on 50% of the time and have the circuit off 50% of the time, it'll appear to be 50% dim. So we can dim the lights as well as flash them. The Raspberry Pi only comes with 2 true PWM outputs, so that's where this Adafruit module comes in. It adds another 16. And it talks to the Raspberry Pi using I2C, which is a standard communication bus that Raspberry Pi uses. So we go from the Raspberry Pi to the Adafruit module, then we go to the lights. So when we go to the lights, we used this multi-conductor. This is 22 gauge, I believe, 8 conductor. So that's going to be for the control signal to the lights. We also used standard hookup wire, 16 gauge, red and black. That's going to supply the power, the 12 volt power to the light heads. So once we get up to the lights, then we installed these. This is a little MOSFET module, which pretty much works as very similar to a relay. So if it gets the 3.3 volts from the Raspberry Pi or from the Adafruit module, it turns the lights on. If it goes to 0 volts, it turns them off. It'll also switch on and off very, very fast, so we can dim them. So let me show you the code. So now we're remote desktoped into the Raspberry Pi here. Eventually there's going to be a center console mounted in the truck, and we're going to put a touchscreen in the middle, and this screen would be full screen on that touchscreen. The code is written in Python 3, so we actually wrote all the flash patterns, which is great because we could write any flash pattern we want. We can change them, we can run them in sequences. Gives us a lot of flexibility. So let me show you some of the flash patterns I've been working on. All right, and we talked about how we can dim the lights, and as you'll see here with button, as you can see, we're very much in beta phase, but button just turns the outer lights on 50% dim, I think, just to show you that capability. And the last thing I want to show you was that when you want to get your lights on pretty fast, you don't necessarily want to be messing around with the touchscreen, so we're going to have buttons in the center console, which will pretty much work as presets. So they're going to be momentary buttons, so if I tap it, Raspberry Pi will read it, and I can set any preset I want. I hooked up a momentary toggle switch to show you. So this is going to the GPIO pins on the Raspberry Pi. And so we have two GPIO pins. And to show you, we can just flick the switch, There we go. And that's one preset, and then another preset here, which is off. And there we go. So next video, we're going to be going into mounting these lights, making some custom brackets for them, installing the Have a center console, which we're eagerly awaiting. So I hope you enjoy watching. First steps of our lighting project, and that's going to be the visor lights, the dash lights. So the parts that we're going to be using in this phase of the project are the lights themselves. These are doing so well.
You have to put a sign recording so you feel this.
Everybody, I just got interrupted to fill toilet paper.
So, I also want to get my wine out of the freezer.
Everybody, this is Tammy. Tammy, say hi.
Hi. There was no recording sign. Just here to get something in between. Here. Voila.